everyone, and welcome to the 15th anniversary year kickoff of the Merze Tate Explorers.
Today we are celebrating a milestone that began before Ziggy and me were even born. Whoa, 15 years, that's a long time.
Yeah, there were no Alexa to tell you the answer to a geography question or Facebook to share family and pet photos with friends.
There was no Netflix streaming, and you had to actually go to the door to find out who was there. And there was no DoorDash. You actually had to go to the store to get foods and snacks.
Whoa, I can't even imagine. But thanks to so many people in the community like you all here today, the Merze Tate Explorers has inspired girls since 2008.
Today we are celebrating girls who have returned for another year of learning and adventure. And we welcome new girls who will learn just how much we do in a year. Some of what we did was on display in the amazing exhibits. Let's give our exhibit participants a hand.
So sit back, relax, and welcome to our celebration.
All right, next we have Aaliyah Ward, who is one of our oldest explorers. She's going to come and introduce all of our students.
We have Sasha Hollins, Elena Kuhn, Aaliyah Ward, Sienna Hobson, Naya Kuhn, Jasmine Liggins, Madison Moore, Lanaya Taylor, Nevaeh Ward, Lena Richardson, Aaliyah Swift, Kennedy Baxter, Kendall Baxter, Skylar Brown, Nevada Hightower, Nariah Reynolds, Akila Taylor, Zador Jones, Juliana Liggins, Elena Swift, Naya Smith, Kaylee Hampton, Maya Mitchell, and Corey Thomas Pritchett.
Hi, my name's Shira. I'm Aaliyah's sister.
And I'm Aaliyah.
So me and Aaliyah, I came in when I was in 5th grade to join the program, and I heard about the program on a radio ad, and I wanted to be able to join, and my mom was like, probably not, but she still was like, okay, I'll talk to Miss Hollins about it, and she let me join, because my mom didn't let me go places. She didn't like me going places, and then and so she trusted Miss Hollins, and so then I was able to become a part of the program, and yeah, I really enjoyed all of the experiences that I gained from it.
Yeah, and I've been in Merze Tate since around my sister was in Merze Tate. I was a junior explorer, and now I'm the oldest in the club, and I'm a senior now. So I'm so excited to see what the girls have to do this year, what they're going to do. So yeah. All right. Do you have the sponsors list? We would now like to welcome our sponsors. If you are a sponsor, please stand up so we can applaud you.
If you've ever sponsored the Explorers for anything, or been a partner, or anything, just stand up. If you've ever given money to us,
We couldn't do it without the amazing women in our community who give us wings to fly. Each year, we like to recognize women who represent what a Shiro truly is.
We will show a short video to highlight. Oh, okay. Thank you for being so special to us all explorers. Men also help us reach new heights as well. Okay. We would like to give an award to Miss Adaya Jones.
This award is for Miss Adaya Jones for her outstanding service, tireless effort, and constant support for the Merze Tate Explorers since 2007. 2009.
I want to thank all the little people for making this possible. No, I'm just kidding. But I do thank God for this program. I was so excited when I learned about it back in 2009. Wish I would have learned about it a year earlier, but that's okay. I came in, and I have my oldest daughter there who's now 24. She started in 5th grade, and now I have my baby girl that's now in 5th grade that started last year-ish, 2 years ago at this point. Okay, maybe. But anywho, I love this program. I love Miss Sonia's brain, and I just try to support it any way I can if she allows and when she allows me to help. So thank you. Thank you all. Thank you, kiddos. And thank you, Miss Sonia.
So we have given her our Shira Award for the year, and it's usually to women who do amazing things, not only in our organization, but in the community. So Adaya is the owner of Trinity Prep Dance School, and they've taken girls all over the nation to compete. You'll see Ziggy's exhibit down there. And she has always been with us, even when we stayed in the dorms, on the college campuses, when we had crazy fire drills at 3 o'clock in the morning at University of Michigan, trying to round up all the kids. All kind of crazy things we've done. She's always been there to support. So I want to thank her and acknowledge her for all her hard work. So thank you for that. Love you. And we have a hero of the year, and I forgot his certificate, so I apologize. But our hero of the year not only exposed us to some new things in nature, but was the catalyst to give us our national park grant. We tried to get $15,000 to travel to national parks after COVID hit to find out what we can do in the U.S. So Russ Shipper, did I say it right, Shipper? Russ, will you stand up? Russ is our hero, and I had an award for you, and I'm sorry I was in a hurry, but I'll make sure we get that to you. But Russ not only taught the girls about bird watching at the Nature Center, he also gave us money to do our first national park, Mammoth Cave in Kentucky, which was amazing. So let's give him a round of applause. Thank you.
This year, we have adopted the theme, Girls to the Rescue, to highlight our efforts to give back to the community. As community outreach coordinator, I will lead my fellow explorers in 4 service projects that focus on literacy, scholarships, food insecurity, and houseless students in our community. Our first effort is being unveiled to you today. I want to bring Aaliyah and Elena Swift to the stage to help us introduce the project.
Our Junior Author Book Bag Initiative will provide 250 bags of 4 books by local authors. These will be shared with elementary students at schools and child care centers in our community. Today, we want to recognize our first recipient, Kalamazoo Public Schools.
The explorers worked hard to combine our focus of media and travel into a literacy project that will change lives. Let's take a look.
Hi, my name is Ziggy.
And my name is Naraya.
And we're the Merze Tate Explorers. Today we're going to be learning about airplanes in outer space.
And we're going to meet a real live author. And we're going to read her book, The Adventures of Kimberly. Come on, let's go.
Welcome to the Air Zoo. I'm Michael, the Guest Experience Manager. It's great having you here today. Here at the Air Zoo, we use aviation and science to inspire and educate children of all ages. Are you ready to go have some fun?
Yeah.
All right, good deal.
Explorers! Did you enjoy your visit here at the Air Zoo?
Yeah.
What fun place this is, right?
Yeah.
Well, I'm here today to share a story with you. And this story is about the adventures of Kimberlite, a glorious shining star.
Okay. Isn't that amazing? Now students will have books that not only read to them, but take them on adventures with an author. And thanks to the Ladies' Library, teachers will receive a teaching guide through the books that focus on community storytelling. Explorers who have taken part in these first videos, please stand. They will receive a gift certificates for their hard work.
So if you were in the first videos that we did on the book, stand up.
Stand up. Sienna. We also want to thank PNC Bank, who serves as our bag sponsor, Kim and Faye Sebley, Marge Cars, Sharon Carlson, Paula Jamison, Sean Hollins of RJ's Printing, Kalamazoo Public Schools, and Kalamazoo Public Library for making these interactive book bags available in our community.
Now, we want to invite Miss Roberts, Angela Justice, and Dr. Slade, the superintendent of Kalamazoo Public Schools, to say a few words.
Hey, so good morning. I'm Deanna Roberts, the newly appointed principal of Lincoln Elementary School, and it is my honor to accept this on behalf of myself and our school and our students. Literacy is definitely one of our top priorities at our school this year, and just this wonderful opportunity to introduce local authors and books and stories to our kids is just incredible. So thank you, Ms. Hollins, for that.
So stay here.
Okay.
Yeah. So what we're going to do, we have 4 books that'll be in this beautiful bag. It has PNC have sponsored. We have Kalamazoo Public Schools and the library. But students will receive these books. All the explorers have created videos such as this one about each of the books. So when the students get their books, there's a QR code on the book, and they use their phone or tablet, and they will actually see the video based on the girl and the place that they went and the author reading the book. So it's not only saying I'm giving you a book, but we have someone to read it to you and take you on a new adventure at the same time. So Lincoln School second graders will all receive this book. And then we're also going to give Miss Cherise Ward's class a set of books also for her students at Arcadia. So we have 250 book bags that we're going to be giving the students all over the community. So this is just our first initial representation, and we're so excited to give it to Lincoln, where I went to school as well. Yes. So, and so we'll deliver these bags to you. We don't want to take all the bags to you by yourself, so we'll bring them to you to your school. But they have the 4 books for each of the students. Sienna Hobson, you want to stand? Sienna did her interview with the Kalamazoo Symphony Orchestra and Edward Callahan, whose book is Little Eddie Goes to Carnegie Hall. So when the performance happened a few weeks ago at the Kalamazoo Symphony Orchestra, Sienna interviewed Edward and the Kalamazoo Symphony Orchestra people for that story that Von Washington read on the stage. So that's Sienna. Let's give her a hand. And then, in addition, Ziggy and Naraya also went to a local barber, Cut It Up barbershop, and they did one for Benjamin Losford and his handy dandy clippers. And we have Aaliyah and Elena Swift, who did Cindy and the City Chicken. So if we have any of the authors here, we have Sister Echoes here, and I don't know if Sandra Hintz showed up, who's authored this, but they gave these amazing books for this project as well. So thank you. So the mission of the Merze Tate Explorers is to teach girls media through exploration. And today we have an amazing guest speaker who will share about her world travels and how she got started. Mrs. Shira Smillie. We're going to do an introduction to her. So we have, is it Leah? Do you have the little card with her information on the back? One of the girls, could somebody give her a program, please? Her information's on the back there. There we go. She's going to introduce our speaker.
After completing her college studies in American Studies and Spanish, Shira embarked on an epic backpacking adventure across Europe. Within 8 weeks, she had explored 14 captivating countries and was the catalyst to her founding Black Girl World Traveler LLC. Her mission is to chronicle her adventures as she forges her own path in life while offering travel planning and consulting services to others. Through her travels, she wants to inspire, encourage, and educate others on how to see the world. So if we could welcome her up.
You can get to the mic. See, I make
everyone can hear me, right? Hey, Mr. Jermaine, I see you. I'm just grateful. It's definitely been a struggle raising a daughter by myself as a man, not knowing everything, trying to, look for the village. So I'm grateful to have Merze Tate part of the village now, because now my daughter gets to be around successful women of color from our community who are doing great things, and giving her an opportunity to think outside the box and look at different avenues. So it's not always been easy, but I'm definitely, and we're not quitting, we're in this together. So I'm just really grateful for all the girls who compete and do things, out of their comfort zone. This really is a good group to live outside of the box, because a lot of times our kids are stuck inside the box. So I love the Merze Tate program for thinking outside of that and giving my child an opportunity to just grow and nurture in this environment of Kalamazoo that we live in. So, thank you.
Okay.
Thank
You never know who's going to pull up, so be ready.
See, girls, that was an important lesson in life. You got to learn how to pivot. I had to find my presentation. All right, so today I'm here to talk about my journey as a travel writer and being a field producer. So I work in radio with the organization StoryCorps. So happy to be here. I met Ms. Hollins about 2 months ago. I was here with my job, StoryCorps, in Kalamazoo. And Ms. Hollins came in with her mother to record a story. Ms. Hollins' mother is a nurse. She's here in the audience. How you doing? And I was their facilitator. So we'll talk a lot about what that means. But Ms. Hollins and I got to talking. She found out I was a travel writer, and she invited me to the celebration to come and talk to the Merze Tate Explorers about my life and my experiences and how I have become Black Girl World Traveler. I have been to 25 countries with the goal to visit all 195. I am back on the road, so I'm super excited, and I'm excited to share my story with you all. So first, I want to take it back. So which one of our explorers can guess who I am in these two pictures? On the left, who can guess who I am? You can call it out. You don't have to raise your hand. In the middle? Okay, so I am on the left with my hair in my hand. Okay, and then in this picture, who can guess who I am? If I'm the one on the left, who can guess who I am on the right? In the middle, yes, I am the little girl with the, I'm wearing red in that picture. And so, as you can see, when I was 4, I was very shy. I barely even wanted to take this picture. I didn't like talking. I definitely didn't like being the center of attention. In both of these photos, you see my cousin, my sister on the right, and our uncle. So my uncle, who was in both of these photos, was the center of our lives. He actually ended up raising us because none of our fathers were in our lives. My dad is from Jamaica, and he has lived there my entire life. My cousin's dad basically didn't want any part of her. And my sister's father unfortunately passed away when she was only 4 months old. So my uncle stepped up to take that role to be a father figure to us. And my uncle was the only person in my entire family to ever go to college. And so he took us under his wing and preached the importance of education. He introduced us to church. That's where we are actually in both of these pictures. He taught us to love God, and most importantly, to get an education so that we could achieve all that we wanted to. But unfortunately, after this second photo was taken, my uncle passed away. So my uncle died, and we watched him go from this big, strong guy to sick in the hospital constantly. And unfortunately, when I turned 13, he passed away. And so when he died, I made a vow to honor his legacy by going to college. Remember, he always preached we had to go to college. That was the only way. He was the only successful person I saw in my family. And so 5 years later, I went to college. I went to the University of Richmond, which is about 11 hours drive from here. I Googled it. So that was about 6 hours away from my home. And during college, I got very involved. So on the left, you see me with Dr. Ronald Crutcher. He's actually one of my mentors. He was the first Black president of the University of Richmond. In the middle, you see us protesting racism on our campus. And then on the right, I did a community service project in New Orleans, Louisiana, with a group of students. So how many of our Merze Tate Explorers plan on going to college? How many of us plan on going to college? You do? Awesome. So as y'all can see, I went from being this shy little girl to being more outspoken, social amongst my peers, and I think that was because of my uncle. He encouraged me to think big, to dream big, to do whatever I wanted. I went 6 hours away from home, so it was a big deal to me. And when I was in college, I did every possible free program that I could do. And so the best program that I got to do for free was during my sophomore year of college, I went to Havana, Cuba. Has anybody ever been to Cuba in here? No one? All right, if you have never been to Cuba, it looks like no one. Everyone needs to go to Cuba. Cuba was the best of all 25 countries, the best experience of my life, and they love Black people. They love Black people. They teach you to love who you are, and they have a strong sense of culture. If you guys know about salsa dancing, they're big with that. It taught me that my life was bigger than just Philadelphia, where I'm from, or Richmond, Virginia, where I went to school. It taught me to dream bigger. And so that was my sophomore year of college. And because I loved Cuba so much, I decided that I wanted to make a career out of travel. I didn't know how I was gonna do it, but I figured I'd just make a way. And so when I graduated from college, instead of getting a job, I traveled the world. I went to 14 countries in 8 weeks. Some of these countries you see here on the far top left. I went to Amsterdam, which is in the Netherlands, Paris, France. You see the Eiffel Tower. How many of our girls have been to France? Any of us? Yes, one of our older explorers have. I went to Spain. That's an older picture from New Orleans. I studied abroad in Ecuador in the bottom left. The next photo was in Budapest, Hungary with my cousin. I recruited someone to come with me, and then Poland, and then Spain, where I lived for a year. And so my love for travel really was born throughout this time, and I didn't know how I would pay for it. And so I did what I had to do. I worked 3 or 4 jobs, and I saved up, and I went. And girls, I want you to know that if you want to do something in life, even if you don't have the resources, even if you don't know how, you gotta find a way. You gotta make a way, be resourceful, ask for help. I'm so happy that y'all are part of this program that gives you these resources, but if you want to do something in life, find a way. And so while I was traveling, I wanted to remember my experience. So I created blackgirlworldtraveler.com, and this is my blog. It's also my business. And because I didn't see Black women traveling the world, I decided that I was going to create a website where people could see me, a black woman traveling the world. And so here in this, on this slide, you see me in Morocco in the top left, which is in Northern Africa. In the bottom left, you see me in Lisbon, which is in Portugal. In the top right, you see some food from Seville, Spain, which is my favorite city in Spain. And then the bottom right, you see things to do in Casablanca, which is a major city in Morocco. And so with this blog, my only goal was just to remember my experiences. I was going to all these different places, and I wanted to have a place to put it. And so that's how Black Girl World Traveler was born. And so we're gonna play a little activity, question and answer. So I want you guys to guess where these foods come from. So we're gonna start with the top left. It's not a sub. I know we call it hoagies on the East Coast, but can anyone guess? I'll give you a hint. It's from a city in Europe. Can y'all name countries in Europe? Not France, not Italy. Okay, so we do have Italy. We have pasta on the bottom left, so that was right. Okay, top left. Russia is a good one. No. Any other countries? We know any other countries? Netherlands. Yes, she's right. What's your name? Madison. Okay, Madison. Yes. So the top left. Yes, Madison. We gotta give Madison something. That was great. I didn't know what it was until I got there. So the top left is called Brugi. It's basically a sub. We call it hoagies on the East Coast, but y'all think y'all call it subs. And then the top right, can anyone guess? It's a rice dish. Spain. Okay, yes, it's paella. Yes. What's your name? Jasmine. Okay, Jasmine. All right, and then the bottom right, there isn't really a name for the dish, but you can guess. I want to know if you guys know countries in South America. Those are plantains. It's from a country in South America, if we know our geography. Not Morocco, that's Africa. South America, they speak Spanish. Ecuador, yes. I didn't start doing this till I was 19. So the fact that y'all are like 11 and y'all know, yes, this is the bottom right dish is a dish from Ecuador, on the coast of Ecuador on the beach. There's no name for it. They just love seafood. And plantains are a typical dish that most Hispanic households have. Yes, so wow, y'all are awesome. All right, so now we're going to talk about how StoryCorps, the work that I currently do. So I work for StoryCorps. I am a bilingual mobile tour facilitator, so I am fluent in both English and Spanish. For the past year, I've traveled around the country to 10 different U.S. cities, and I record stories of everyday people. So two people, typically loved ones, they come in and share a story about something that they want to remember or they want to preserve. And that's actually where I met Ms. Hollins. We were in Kalamazoo earlier this year. My favorite stop was Colorado Springs, Colorado. Being from the East Coast, it was totally different. The people were nice. It was amazing. And so that's just an overview of the StoryCorps mobile tour. And these are some of the photos that I've taken. You see me here with some of my participants, with Ms. Hollins and her mother in the bottom left and bottom right. This year has been amazing, right? So I told you all that I love travel, but I always didn't know how I was gonna pay for it. And so I found a job that paid for me to travel. So if you ladies love travel, and you may not know how you wanna pay for it, you can get someone else to pay for it. And you can get paid to do it. All right, we'll skip that. All right, and so StoryCorps also does animation. So I talked about how we record stories. They also create animations of those stories. So we're gonna watch a funny little animation from a story about Miss Divine. And I hope there's sound. All right, what do we think about that? It was good, thumbs up, thumbs up. All right, all right. So as you can see, we get a lot of characters like Miss Divine in the booth. And we're able to tell stories both with our audio and video animation to bring those stories to life. And so girls, I want you to think about, as you get older, what you want to do. You see, I started my own blog to tell stories, but now I'm telling other people's stories in a variety of formats. All right. a little bit about my job. So the story of Miss Divine, I did not produce that, but I've produced stories like that. And those come from conversations that people have in our recording booth. So the role of the facilitator, this would be my job, is the girl closest to you all in the back. And there's two people, and they're in the booth, and they're asking each other questions, sharing memories, like when Miss Divine braided the little girl's hair so tight. She had to sleep on a soft pillow. And when recording and taking notes and being an active listener, you having good energy so that people feel comfortable to share their stories. And you can do this both in person and virtually. And so I actually encourage you all, the explorers and the parents in the room, to come in and share your stories with us. And so most people are excited about the opportunity to work with StoryCorps because of the American Folklife Center. Have any of our explorers been in Washington, D.C.? Yes? Okay. Yes, East Coast, okay. Good. So in Washington, D.C., we have the American Folklife Center, and this is basically a huge library of stories. So StoryCorps, which is the organization I work for, has about 500,000 stories in the American Folklife Center, and that's just one collection. And at the American Folklife Story, there's over 4,000 different collections of stories. So there's millions of stories in there about everything related to travel, American life, everything you can possibly think of. And so I want to encourage you girls to think about what is your story and how you want to share it and how one day you can be a part of history. And so StoryCorps is also affiliated with the National Public Radio. How many of us listen to the radio still? A couple of us, okay. And so the National Public Radio broadcasts news all around the country. And StoryCorps is an affiliate of them. And I actually produced a piece. We're not going to listen to it, but this was a monumental opportunity for me, right? I went from creating a blog just to write about my travels to the entire country listening to stories that I produced. And so I want you girls to dream big. And you may start small, but it can grow into something monumental. And so right now, I think we can do this right now, right? The activity, or should we do a Q&A? No? Okay, we don't have time for the activity. We're running low on time, but you all are going to do an activity where you're going to interview an older loved one to get some family history. So I want to thank you all so much for having me as your keynote speaker. I'm so excited that we have little young Black girls traveling the world. I wish I was y'all's age doing this. I got started late in life, but it's never too late. So thank you all so much.
I want to thank Shira. She's amazing. Her energy was so amazing when we met her, and I believe she's a great role model. She also will be joining us at the end of the month for our next meeting. She's going to be doing StoryCorps interviewing with the girls virtually. So she's going to teach you guys how to do it. You're all going to go home with an assignment, and she's going to judge the winner, and you'll get $100 to the winner who has the best story, who comes back for their family. So start thinking about who you want to interview. She's going to teach you how to do it. You're going to go home and do it, and then we're going to send them to her, and she will vote on them and see which stories are the best. So think about people in your family who have Miss Divine or cool stuff in it. So I also want to give Shira a certificate here of appreciation for her amazing work. Yep. And a bag of... You're an explorer, so she is an official explorer, but she has her T-shirt and all that cool stuff in there from her organization. So thank you for being here. As we wrap up here, I just wanted to thank everybody who did such an amazing job, not only with this program, the girls, Aaliyah and Sarah, let's give them a hand. Aaliyah and Elena, let's give them a hand. Ziggy and Naraya, let's give them a hand. Great job. And I also want to thank Darrell McMillan, who did all our videography with the girls. Woo, woo, woo. So you will love the other videos, the ones with Sienna and the Swift girls. I mean, they are all beautiful. So they all are on YouTube today. I launched them at noon, so you can Google them. You will see Girls Talk Books, and then you will see our videos on YouTube today, all 4 of those videos with the girls. They did a great job. I also want to thank Sean Hollins of Fortitude Graphic Design and Printing / RJ's Printing for all the great things that he did for us in printing all of our amazing work signs, the bags that will go out to the schools. Can I have Consuelo Shank from PNC Bank stand for the amazing bag sponsorship? And can I have Jermaine Jackson stand from Kalamazoo Public Library? They will be giving the book bags out, circulating them to all the libraries in town. So you can check the book bags out, and you can do that as well. I want the girls, before you leave, if you notice the girls have their sashes on, and their sashes all have the year they'll graduate from high school on them. And we purposely did that just so they can keep in mind that they're headed toward graduation. And then we have girls who have graduated from high school. When they get to college, we'll also add their college graduation year when they come back for different Explorer events as well. So education is very vital to us, media and travel. And I thank all the can we have all the new girls who are brand new this year to stand? All our brand new Explorers for the first time. Let's give them a hand. So they're gonna have some amazing experiences this year. And I do want to say we have some parents who said their daughters are very shy, and that's why I had Trayvon come up, because Sienna was very shy when she started our program, and I would see Trayvon in the middle of our meetings like, what are you doing here? Oh, she called me to pick her up. No, she's not going. She's going to stay here. So now she's eventually stayed with us the whole day. She's doing media. She's doing some great things. So if you're worrying about your daughter being shy, believe me, give them a little bit, and they'll be up here talking next. So I want to bring Miss Alicia up because she was in charge of our exhibit competition. All right. Now we have about 10 more minutes. Can I have all the girls who did the exhibit to come up to the front of the stage? Uh-oh, we got some more ballots. Okay. If you did an exhibit today, please come up. Come up to the front of the stage. All right. And what I want you to do, I'm going to pass the mic. I want you to talk about your exhibit. This is your pitch to tell people what your exhibit is about and why you decided to do that. So, say your name and then your exhibit and why you decided to do it.
Hello, my name is Sienna Hobson, and my exhibit was about the Kentucky trip when me and the explorers went to go to the millenary called the Forme Millenary, and we got to learn about the world of hat making and about all the opportunities and careers that people can go into. And we got to learn from personally from a personal experience. And we got to meet a person that, we got to meet a person that personally is in the world of hat making and is a skilled millinist, a skilled millinist, and she invited us to lead us and teach us all the ways to make and create new headpieces beautifully, and yeah.
Hi, I'm Jasmine Liggins, and this is Juliana Liggins. We created a replica of Noah's Ark because we went to Kentucky this past summer, and we went to the Ark Encounter, and that was one of our favorite places, so we created the exhibit on it.
Hello, I'm Madison Moore, and I created the WMET exhibit because I wanted to do something that really made me enjoy, I really enjoyed recently. And the WMET experience was really fun. We got to see people with different careers and different jobs and what they did. For example, like forensic science or something. And yeah.
Hello, my name is Kaylee Hampton, and my exhibit was about bowling, is because I earn a lot of scholarship money from bowling, and then I wanted to show people what bowling really is and how it can be like a really good sport from you to get scholarship money from. And thank you.
Hi, I'm Nariah Reynolds, and I did the Kentucky Derby because it was just a fun experience when we went there to see the racetrack and all the nice things there.
Hi, my name is Zadora Jones, but people call me Ziggy, and I put my exhibit about my trip to Virginia Beach for my competition, and I liked it because it was really fun, and we went to the beach, and yeah.
My name is Aaliyah Swift, and this is Elena, and we chose forensic science for our exhibit because forensic science is a really cool thing that like most people just don't know about. So.
All right. So these were mainly things that we did as explorers. We went to Kentucky this past year and did some awesome things. So, and then I didn't know about Kaylee and her bowling, which I'm like, we're going to start bowling more. And then Ziggy and Nariah are both in Miss Adaya's dance troupe, along with Skylar. Awesome. Any other dancers in here from Trinity Prep? So we're going to do a lot of dancing this year. They're going to teach us some new stuff.
Okay, good afternoon. So I have the results to with all of our votes. So drum roll, please. So we have a first, second, and third place. Our third place winner is Madison Moore with her WMed exhibit. Second place, we have Miss Kaylee Hampton with her bowling. And then for first place, drum roll, please. We have Aaliyah and Elena Swift with CSI. There you go. Good job. Everybody had really nice exhibits, and I'm sure they worked very, very hard.
And I want to thank Alicia, Juliana, Latoya. Can I have all our parents and advisors stand who have been so active with the Explorers? Just give them a hand. Thank you for all your work that you do. I appreciate it. So this actually concludes our presentation, but I want the girls to stay so we can get photos with Shira and all together. So everybody else, you can feel free to take a tour around the ladies' library for a little bit more if you have never been here. And thank you again for coming.
It's a wonderful event for us to host. You young women should applaud yourselves for what you've done and what you're going to do in your years to come. It's fantastic. And I can't imagine that the women who formed this club in 1848 and who built this building in 1878 aren't out there somewhere watching what's happening today. So you deserve applause and every good thing that comes to you. So, and because we were the wonderful opportunity that we had to host this event, we wanted to give the Merze Tate Explorers a gift of $250 to support the organization. So, and just thank you again for allowing us to participate in this event. It was fantastic. Thank you.
All right, thank you, everyone.